So guys, whenever whenever people say delusional, they mean it's wrong. Being delusional is wrong. They say being delusional is gonna make you end up with a lot of problems because you don't have any good or detailed idea about something. You're just being delusional. I'll make this much money. You're just delusional then. You can't make this much. What's your plan? What's the next steps? And if you can explain the steps, you're not just delusional, but also you're a guy who takes action. So being just delusional is always bad. Thinking about money, just sitting there and thinking, it's not how it works. But being delusional and acting constantly, action plus delusion is winning. Action plus delusion is all you need. People say you should not be delusional, you should be practical and realistic. You can be absolutely delusional, but still you need to think that you are supposed to act. But if you are just delusional, you're sitting there and thinking, I'll make this much of my money next year, and you're not going to achieve it for sure. You should act and be delusional. Your action can be from little to big. You understand? You should take something it takes to get rich. For if you don't know anything about business, you're going to do search for some AIs, looking for some basic business tips or basic business models, how to make money as a new beginner, how to expand your business from nothing to scale up towards something. It happens a lot. Being delusional and taking action is winning. And in terms of business, and being delusional plays a huge important role. If you are actually delusional, it's good, because being delusional won't make you quit easily if you are constantly acting. Of course, there's another category of delusional who just sits there and think, maybe should I do this? I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the guys who are delusional, positive, and guys who truly work hard. They value action, because action is everything. If they take off a single day or they don't work a single day, they should be furious about the fact that they have skipped it. They should be furious enough so that they are going to be much more delusional and action based human, right? So being delusional and acting constantly is the only way. It's always a very good way. Being delusional is absolutely not a problem. The real problem is guys who don't take action. So if you take action and you're delusional, it's absolutely the best thing you can do humanly and possibly. If you're just beginner towards business, because thinking positively in a way which is important, in a way which is realistic, a way something which is achievable, and constantly thinking and acting of it is going to shield you from the problems you get through the process. So being delusional is actually a shield, which most of you don't understand what I mean exactly. Here, by this term, shield means you're gonna be much more resilient towards the thoughts from others. You won't take care about all these guys saying, oh, it won't work, maybe business is too hard, the scope inside business is very less, maybe you should try something else. There will be people coming here and saying things like that. But still, if you're delusional about the fact that you're going to win, you won't care any about any of them, and you will go to work. That's how things get if you're truly delusional and acting. Of course, if you're not acting, it's just the flip of the bottle. Just opposite is gonna happen. It's much worse. So guys, being delusional, firstly, it's gonna stop you from hate comments that many people would say, maybe this business is not gonna work. Maybe you study master's degree instead of trying some business. Maybe it's a sure way. It's a sure you get something for 100%. You do something for 100%. You don't need to try hard. You don't need to work hard. You don't need to try something new. Can be the same guy who does all the same work, same degrees and same job. You come and say it, but still how you take the comment shows how delusional you are and how acting you are. Big guys who do it for just entertainment's sake or sake of others, thinking that they would think better of me if I do this, doing it for others. If you're doing it for others or doing it for people or doing it for humans or animals in this world, for any other people, just because they want to feel better about you, you're absolutely wrong. Then you're going to break down after you hear an hate comment, you would say, oh, you don't understand my situation. Nobody cares about your situation. If you're saying that your situation is bad, it means you're just delusionally acting for somebody else. You're not doing anything. If you're truly delusional about the goal, if you're truly delusional about your opportunity or your role as a man, you won't sit there and complain about all the hate comments you're receiving. Instead, you would say, no, I will do this. You are ready with every single counters from your mind. You would counter every single argument which the other people make, the haters make. What if your business doesn't work? I would still try every way. Again, it can't be in a situation where it can't work. I would open up this company. I knew these people. I would connect with that people. They are some warm people. I knew them. I would go and start a business with them. They have some trust in me. I would enhance them. Then I would extend my empire using the money which I received. If you can explain it properly, and you're truly delusional about getting it, you won't actually listen for the hate comment. So many people sitting there and saying, you don't know how hard I work. Nobody cares how hard you work. Nobody cares. They only care about how much good results you're giving out. They only look on the results. People are just looking out on the results. Nobody cares how they work. See a jacked guy, they're gonna listen. If you see a fat guy, a random fat guy, they won't listen. Let's say a fat guy from the street say, I'm making this much money, let's do some business. You might think he's some local drug dealer or something like that. But if a fit guy comes and say it, you would say, oh, he's some professional doing something else. So that's how it. They look at results. Nobody cares how hard you work. They only look at the results. So there's no point in being or working hard for any other of you, because you can't really work hard for other people. You can truly work hard only for your purpose. If your purpose is to serve the country, it's a different thing. You are serving people from a different view. But what I'm talking is, if you're working just because somebody you're doing this, look, you think it's aesthetic to do this, you're going to stop it. If you're hitting the gym just because for the name's sake, you're going to stop it after listening for a hate comment. Oh, you sit in the gym. So it's a very important thing. Some parents would say, and you would stop it. So that's not how it works. You need to do because you actually want that goal. If you truly want goal, if you truly want money, if you truly want a good physique, you won't stop for the hate comments. So that's a sign that the guy is delusional and hardworking. You need to be both. Either of them having a slow way. You need to be both delusional and hardworking. So that's the first factor, that is they won't stop for hate comments. And second thing about delusional hard workers is that they would find ways all by themselves. Even they don't have any opportunity or any idea about what is money making. They're completely beginning. They don't know anything about business. They don't know anything about making money. They don't know anything about getting some warm contacts and starting about business. They don't know how to talk business. But still at the end they would figure it out. They would just pull it out at the end. These guys who are delusionally optimistic, they would sit there or stand there and confidently say that I would be a rich businessman. They would just say it aloud, but they don't have any idea what's business. They don't have any idea what products, how are they going to sell it, from to whom they are going to sell it, how much they are going to buy it from the retail seller. They don't have anything. They don't have any idea about what exactly business is. And normal people would sit there and think, what this guy is going to do? He doesn't know anything about business. But this guy who's delusionally optimistic and delusional and hardworking wouldn't have an idea, but he would learn it all. He would learn it all toe by toe. It's either the hardest way or easiest way. He would learn it all somehow and pull it out at the end, and he would casually say, I've did it. As if it's some easy thing, he's the god of it. He would act like that. That's how a delusional hard worker would act. He doesn't know anything about business at the initial stages. Then, after achieving it all, after 10 years of meeting him, he's rich. He would go through a lot. He has been through more trauma than combined guys, like an average person, like combined average person's trauma levels. He would be twice or thrice the higher amount of trauma levels than a combined group of average men who don't do anything. He would be gone through a lot of traumas, and he won't even give a single action or single sign that he has gone through all these traumas, because at the end he's now rich. Then at the end he's got his goal. He doesn't give anything about his traumas. He's not going to sit there and cry about I've gone through this much and this much, because he got it at the end. He understands the policy that get rich or die trying, get a good physique or die trying. He understands that policy, so he doesn't care or cry about the traumas you've gone through for getting that money. You understand? That's how delusionally optimistic guys are. They don't give any matter or any attention to the traumas or the process. Because they're just obsessed with the results. You understand? That's how they work. See you in the next video.